Hi, welcome to part three of the intuitive painting for beginners for under $10. And if you have stuck with me all this time and you're on the third video with me, I just really appreciate your paying attention and doing this with me, and I would love to have your feedback. All right, so in this case, now it's the time to start thinking about what we actually want our painting to be about. Like, what do we want? We have a background, we have the layers, but what do we want our painting to be about? So I looked at my painting and I thought, I think I want to do a pineapple. And I remember my intention words that I put at the beginning of this painting, and I remember that one of them was abundance. And so with abundance, pineapple is a symbol of abundance. So I thought, yeah, I'm gonna make a pineapple. So I just freehanded the black line, and then one thing I do to make it stand out a little bit is I line it with yellow, because I want it to appear as if there's light behind the pineapple and the light is kind of shining through the pineapple. And then I'm going to ring that with some orange. And then I'm going to have to put my back to you here for a second to do this thing, but I'm going to really wet it down with my spray bottle, really pretty wet. And I'm going to just spread out the paint with my brush and just try to make it thick toward where the pineapple is, and try to spread it out thinner as you go to the edges of the canvas. And just try to make a nice thin wash with this painting. And so I turned it around so I could reach it better, and I'm trying to just make it have this appearance of light. I want my pineapple to be the focus of this painting, so I'm going to try to bring some attention to it in that way. Usually when I put something in the background, like I put that yellow and orange in the background, I also add that same color to the actual body of the painting. That gives balance to the painting, kind of creates a harmony. And then I turn it back around again. I'm just looking at it. What's it look like? Well, need some green, of course, for the leaves of the pineapple. So we just flesh that out a little bit and just play with it. But a pineapple is not going to have like only one color of green. It is going to have some yellow flecks and some light green flecks and some dark green flecks. So having a variety of greens in there is just going to add some interest. And now I'm going to add some green down in the body. What we're trying to do here is kind of make it look like this one side of the pineapple is darker than the other, like there's light shining on one side of the pineapple and the other side is kind of in shadow. So that's what I'm attempting to do right now. Here I go with my toilet paper again, dabbing it back, dabbing the extra paint and water back. And I'm just almost, I don't know, kind of like this effect that has made. That's kind of neat. I like that. I'm going to work on that just a little bit more. And so that's where we talk about the intuitive painting, because we can start letting it go in one direction, and then we can see, no, I like it better if this happens or if this happens. And since we're not married to the fact that this is going to be a pineapple, I could make it something else if I want to. So let me see. Maybe I don't like all these black lines in here. So I can wet it down and get some paper, some toilet paper, and just dab that black off. Now you can do that with acrylic paint. Now I won't be able to get all of the black off 100%, but I can get a lot of it down and then paint the rest of it over so that we can kind of get rid of those black lines. Now, maybe this thing isn't going to be a pineapple after all. Or maybe it's a multicolored pineapple. I'm not sure yet. I'm still just kind of fleshing it out and seeing where it goes. Now, instead of a pineapple, if this was actually like a piece of art glass and the top were leaves, this might not be a pineapple after all. Now I've definitely decided that I've got a vase of flowers here. And so now I got to think about what makes a vase of flowers a vase of flowers. And usually we talk about numbers 3, 5, 7, and to make things balanced. And so I have 3 big flowers. I have 5 stalks of the white, I don't know, baby's breath or something like that. And now I'm going to fill in the middle and add some details to my 3 flowers. I also use my fingers a lot when I'm painting. It helps me, I can smudge out the painting or blend it in a little bit so my fingers are constantly in play. aware of when we're talking about a vase of flowers in particular is that we would have big flowers and then we also would have little flowers. We'd have big leaves and we'd have little leaves. So there's always like a big variety. We want to make sure that we keep the variety going in anytime we're doing something that's natural, because nothing is ever exactly like the same. And as you can see, I get kind of obsessed with the details once I get going, and I